Hello, hello. Hey, Brenda. How are you? Well, I'm relieved it's all over. It's been a very long 24 hours. Actually, 48 hours because this started more than, more than 48 hours ago. You got to start the prep the day before. No, it's 48 hours. I started the prep yesterday. I don't know. I'm very confused. I started it out yesterday morning, so it's probably 36 hours. I'll get it straight one of these days. I don't even know how I'm figuring out hours right now. But I am very, very excited to be here. Sorry, I'm in my jammies, guys. I just can't function very well, so I didn't feel like getting dressed. And I've said I'm wearing more clothes than most people are, so, and y'all wouldn't know it wasn't, would you? Would you know that's not a real pretty shirt? Hi, baby. So, I want to wait till some more people get in here before I deliver all the fantastic news. and I did get fantastic news today. Oh, my foot's hurting. I don't know why, but ever since my surgery, my foot has started hurting again. Weird, huh? Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Linda. I'm sorry, Barbara. I didn't say hi, so hi, Barb. I'm brain dead. I'm having a difficulty breathing because of what they gave me. They gave me a medication to keep me from getting sick because I had been getting sick ever since I started the prep stuff. Ever since I started taking it, I've been throwing up. So they gave me 3 different kind of medicine: one on my neck, oral one, and one in the actual surgery room. And she told me, when she gave it to me, that it would make dry mouth. She wasn't kidding. I've drank 2 cups of coffee trying to, make that stuff start working. Yeah, I'm all dry from here on up. Of course, probably that some of that had to do with them going down in there and checking it out. So, um, see. Let's start at the top and work down. So, number one, prayers are answered. Prayers are answered in many more ways than you would even believe. I mean, God went above and beyond answering my prayers. My prayer was that I would not have any more cancer and everything would be all right. Well, I don't have any more cancer and everything's going to be all right, even better than all right now. I have been struggling. You know, I had to go and have this swallow barium test. Yeah, I know, Brenda. But my nose is dry too. It's everything. And if I could get that going on whenever I've got all this pollen stuff driving me crazy, I'll be all right, huh? At least a little pinch of it, not fully on what I've got now, but okay, starting in the beginning. Where was that? For some time now, when I eat, it's very painful. It's painful after I eat because it's not all going down into my stomach properly. It gets stuck right in my esophagus. So I had the barium swallow test done, and it didn't show what was happening. My esophagus needed to be stretched, so they fixed that. They gave you Vistral. I don't know what that is, but I'll have to check that out. They asked me, what do you take at home for nausea? And I said, Phenagrin. I have bottles of Phenagrin all over because I used to throw up every single day. Well, when I had my stomach surgery, I've only thrown up a handful of times, maybe 4 or 5 times. I don't know. 4, I think, but I've lost count. I don't know for sure. And I know 2 or 3 of those times was due to some type of procedure I was having done that caused it. So anyways, they fixed the esophagus. And while they were in there looking, I guess I've got some abrasions in my stomach, but nothing to worry about. She said there's no open wounds or anything in there, so nothing to worry about. They should heal up fine. So that's all that's good right there. She fixed my thingy. Hopefully I won't have any problem eating now. And she showed me the instances where the stomach was sewn, and it is a beautiful heal. It healed beautifully. There's no scarring, nasty looking tissue or anything. It all looks beautiful. So that's another answered prayer that I didn't even ask for, right? I did ask, I was asking the Lord. I was afraid that I might have a hernia or something that was causing all this pain and everything. No hernias. So that's another answered prayer. I've even lost count of how many answered prayers I've got today. So then, okay, that's on the upper end. Now we go to the lower end. And every single thing looked fantastic, she said. She showed me pictures. Everything looked vital. It looked good. Blood flowing nicely. 0 cancer in there. I did have 1 polyp, and it was the picture. I'm used to seeing just a little teeny like blister. Well, it was blown up, and I was like, oh my God, that is huge. You removed that? She's like, that's not huge, honey. I said, what did you do? Blow up that picture or something? She said, yes. Now, mind you, I am still drunk for the anesthesia when I'm talking to her, so I'm just like all overwhelmed, right? So then she shows me this white spot on the pictures, and she said, I want to show you this. This is where your cancer was, and it is totally healed. And I don't see much scarring at all there. I mean, it's white from the scar tissue, but it doesn't have much scar tissue. I said I wasn't going to do this. Thank you, Lord. I started crying, and all the nurses are freaking out. What's wrong with her? Did she get bad news? I guess they don't see people cry from good news. I'm like praising the Lord, and I'm telling all the nurses, God is so good to me. I can't wait till you see the pictures, David. I feel like I've got a whole new septic system. And y'all, I'm a little bit probably still emotional because I'm probably still got some residual anesthesia. So if I say something stupid or whatever, y'all just throw it out the window. But I want you to know how much I love the Lord, and I thank the Lord for all that He does for me. I get excited whenever He does things like this for other people. And it just goes to show that He even does it for me. Oh. So, it was a day of very strange little quinky dinks and stuff like that. A very emotional day for me in many ways. And I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat, guys. I'll try to go back and read some of it. On the way home, an incident happened where I was very concerned with my mom, and some of y'all know that she's got the early onset of Alzheimer's. And I've been very, very, very worried about her. So when we got home, because I was already emotional, you know how it is. When you get emotional, nothing stops. It always keeps on coming, right? I sat in the chair in there in the recliner, and I was trying to talk to Mom about something, and I just come unglued, and I just started crying and talking to her and just telling her how I felt about what's going on with her. And it was just a really good talk and a way eye opener. And she isn't as clueless as I thought she was about what she's forgetting. So it was just all around good day, and God's blessed me with so many miracles and answered prayers. And I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Yes, true, Barbara. Far above what we could hope for. And my prayer was to the Lord was just, make sure that I don't have cancer, and then I'm gonna be all right. Very vague. And I put it in his hands, and he just takes care of even more than I even thought about. Didn't even dawn on me things. Sorry. So, yes, he is an awesome God. And that's what I want people to know. A lot of times I don't pray for myself. I pray for everybody else. I put myself on the back burner for some reason. And I don't pray for the things that I need, or even things that I want, or anything like that. A couple of times I've mentioned to the Lord I'd like to have a farm one day. But I haven't really begged him for it or asked him for it outright. If it's his will, it'll be given to me, I know. It'll be showed to me where I want to be, what I really want, my hopes and dreams. And God knows my hopes and dreams. And God knows, I didn't have to pray to him for healing and just to be okay. I didn't have to pray that. God knows the prayers, and before we ever pray them anyways. But it's so nice when you pray something and you're able to share with somebody else how wonderful God is about the prayers that he's answered and what he does above and beyond what you answer. Your prayers are answered. So I just wanted to share that with y'all tonight. And now I'm going to go on to some other things, and I'm going to start blabbing about my yard. I should probably be praying about that yard of mine. It's so overgrown. It's going to take me weeks to get it tamed down a little bit. Every one of my chickens are in the backyard. They're not in their fence. But it'll be soon. I'll be able to go out there and motor around. And I haven't gotten my roselles planted, but I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. I have so much to do. But I'm also being blessed with this rest of the week of having my grandbaby. Some of y'all got to see him on my live stream the other day, on Monday. He is so precious. And he's still at the age where he sleeps so much. You have to kind of keep him awake. Which is answered prayer, because I know it softened my daughter's heart, and she's coming around more and spending more time with me. Kids go through ups and downs, right? Nobody said anything. Are you guys still there? Okay. I have to say, the pajamas are hot. I did come home and lay down for a little while, but I couldn't go to sleep. So y'all too pray for me to get some sleep tonight, since I didn't get none last night. Those preps are really, 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 really super hard on me. Buffering bad tonight? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll try not to move. Maybe that'll help. I will be glad whenever I get my throat and chest and everything from being so dry. So I've got a lot of cleanup to do around the yard and stuff. Things that I've just put off and put off and put off because I've got so many things. Hey, Bob, how's it going, sweetheart? I can't wait to see you at the picnic. I'm excited. There's going to be some newer, well, not newbies. They're not new to YouTube, but we're going to have some new people at the picnic this year. I think Doug and Shelly are coming from His Way Homestead and Healthy Homestead Chick. They're coming too. And somebody else, I can't remember who the other one was coming to. Seems to me somebody else said that they were coming that hadn't been yet. I think David's afraid to take me up there this year because I might find a piece of property. Bub, do you and Linda know each other? I wish Linda could come. I know she would have a blast. But she's got a lot of stuff to do there at the house. So, and that's another thing I need to do is get out there and get busy on potting up some of those plants that I want to bring with me for Brenda and different people. Because it won't be too long. At least they'll have a couple of months growth on them. So what's all going on with you guys? Y'all tell me what your week's been going on like. I'm able to put a little bit more weight on my foot. Although it hurts pretty bad today, I'm not putting too much weight on it. You can bring me all the warm weather. I thought you were getting hot weather. Hi, Holly. Love you, girl. I miss you. So, Holly, I don't know if you were in here, but I got some fantastic news from the doctor. So many things I just can't all say at once. But everything is fantastic with my cancer. It's all healed up, and just she was able to fix my thingy so I could swallow better and all kinds of stuff. Just absolutely wonderful. Cutting weeds and more weeds. All I need is your smiling face at the picnic. Aw, you're such a sweetheart, bub. We got 1 inch of rain. Wow. My shed was sold out from underneath me. Oh, yes, I have to tell you guys this. David bought a shed. It was supposed to be, I'm just kind of wondering if it's not meant to be, because he's had trouble. He's had trouble from the get-go. It's been 8 weeks out, and still he don't have a shed. He went up there to check on it the other day, and they didn't steal it. They sold it. Why did I say stole? Thank you, Holly. So now he's got to wait even longer. Yes, David's going to make it. He's got to drive for me. And I got to fuss at him all the way there about his driving. Oh, I'm really bad about that. Because, and it's weird, I'm sure that he is where I drive, but when I'm on that side of the car, it looks like he is too close to the line, and it freaks me out. So I don't like going around people. Does every husband and wife do that? I thought you did all the driving, Brenda. Yes, poor David. If I get that trailer converted to camper, I'll just hog tie you, throw you in the camper, and then I don't have to listen to you talk about my driving. You're right. And my luck, you'd lose me somewhere in Georgia, and I wouldn't be anywhere near my friends to be able to say, "Hey, help me out here." I could just see that happening, and you get pulled over. They'd think you was that you was stealing me somewhere, babe. That brought back memories. That brought back some memories. Wait, I know I've told you guys this story before. When my little ones were little, really little, I think my Ashley was on. Not Ashley. Lord, she wasn't even thought about. When my Becky was only about 2 years old, I think. I don't even know if she was 2 years old. Was she, David? Anyways, she was little. She was 2, I think. We went to Tennessee. And let's just say this. My kids were in the back in the camper top thing. And they were doing things they weren't supposed to. And I'm going to leave it at that. Wouldn't be the first redhead in a camper going down the road, Lucy Ball. True. Is Kathy look like Lucy Ball? Oh, yeah. So, um, we've got to clean out this big shed, and I am going to take the camper. I'm going to get David to help me take the camper down there on a Wednesday to the what's it called, flea world or flea market or something other there in Port St. John, or I don't know if it's still Cocoa, or anyways, it's down that way, and try to sell some of this junk around here. I've been filling it up with things to yard sale, but I hate yard sales. I love going to them, but I hate giving one. I'll just give all the stuff to somebody else and have them sell it, because I don't want people dickering over my stuff. Right? Hey, Roy, how's it going? So, Roy, I took my girlfriend out there to look at my bees that we rehomed and put them in a bigger home, and they was doing absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They was just coming and going, and David took that little box that was in front of there and had some bees still in it trying to make comb. I don't know why they were trying to make comb down there, but hopefully they won't swarm or something. I got to go in there and look at them. I don't know. Hopefully David can come up early Friday and we can go in there and look at it. And I am going to try something. I don't know if you do this, but I'm going to try something. I'm going to dust them with powdered sugar. Pulled 26 frames of honey today. Going to get 20 tomorrow. Oh, you lucky man. I wish I had some. I had to buy some honey for my next batch of elderberry juice, because it takes a cup of honey for every quart that I make. I might back off on the honey though, because it was real sweet. Hey Patty, how's it going, honey? So I'm going to wait a little bit later to re-announce what's going on and what happened, but for those of you guys who are coming in, I'll tell it in just a little bit again before I pray. And if y'all have prayer requests, let me know and I'll write it down so I can pray for them all week. I started cleaning my desk up, and I got through I would say 5 inches of paperwork that I needed to file and toss, go through. And I'm probably keeping stuff that I don't need to keep too. Hello, Snails and Garden. Everyone is great. Let's see what time it is. 6. In about 5 more minutes, I'm going to go over what happened today with you guys that just come in. real quickly because everybody else has already heard it. But I'm wanting to replant some of my beds, and I'm hoping that maybe this weekend, if it doesn't rain me out, I'll be able to get to something like that. I'm going to have to put some type of sock or something on my foot, which I don't like doing because I can't stand, I get so hot, I just can't stand putting on anything like that. Let's see here. I've been giving away mangoes, watermelons, cabbages, guavas, passion fruits, hog plums. What's a hog plum? June plums and corn all day. Wow, hog plum. I don't remember you having that on your. I'll have to look back on your videos and see if I can see that. Doing good here. Do you have a prayer request? Oh, do you have a prayer request? I'm looking for an estate sales company to take over here so I can get out from under all of this and sell the house. Hoping for an estate honest company. Okay. I have already been praying for that, Patty, but I will put that on my daily prayer. I prayed for that when I seen you talking about it on His Way on Doug's channel. All right, Bob. Good night, sweetheart. I hope you have good dinner. All plums are delicious. I bet they are. Do you have a video on it? If you do, I'm going to go over and look at it whenever I get done here. I don't do the powdered sugar. I treat for miles anyways. And when the honey season is over, I'll treat the hives once a week for a month and then once a month until cold sets in. But are you treating with chemicals, Roy? You're welcome, Patty. Chosen has episode 6 premiering this evening. I'm looking forward to watching that one. I got video on red ones recently, a few days ago. I must have seen it then. Maybe I don't remember you calling it that. Get a yellow one. Those red and yellows are spondius longbin, but they're a purple one called Spondius purpurea. Oh, is that like a Mexican plum? Because that's what my neighbor's got and she gave to me. Is that the same kind of tree? Kathy today saw an announcement about the first time Gulf Coast homesteaders meet up in Milton, Florida. Co-host by Hidden Oaks Homestead. I'll have to look that one up. Maybe me and David can go over and check that out. When does it say it was, Linda? I just looked those up on Google. Sounds like an interesting fruit. We have a nursery that deals in stuff like that. I'll have to see if they have those too. Oxalic acid. It's called Jocodes or Circulus. I'm not good at pronouncing. I'm sorry. I think I did see you put something about Jocotes. I don't know if that was the dog. Heard a weird noise. I can get you seedlings or cuttings or full-size plants, no problem. So nobody else has got prayer requests other than Patty. Okay, so I'm gonna, while y'all are thinking about whether you have prayer requests, I'm gonna tell you guys that just came in a little bit ago. I had my upper and lower GI done today, and she found out the reason why I'm not being able to eat properly without being in severe pain was because my esophagus needed to be stretched. So I, when I was praying to God to give me no cancer and everything to be all right, just, let me be okay, Lord. Well, God even did better than that. He fixed my esophagus, which I had not prayed for. And he fixed a lot of things. She said that I had some things that I didn't know that I had, but that it would be all right, just to be very careful with. I had a abrasion in my stomach, which is okay, and it will heal. And where she saw the irritation last time, it was gone. And I don't remember if I said that in the beginning. So you guys heard that part. And so that's the upper GI. I hope I haven't forgotten nothing. I'm still a little bit under an anesthesia. Still got a little bit of the after effects from it. So please forgive me if I missed something. So going down to the lower GI, the last one I had was really rough. I had a lot of polyps. I had a lot of irritation of the bowel all the way throughout. And the site where the cancer was didn't look that great. Well, God healed everything. All of my colon looks beautiful. I only had one polyp, and the cancer has healed beautifully. So my prayers were answered way beyond my measurement. When God says he's going to answer our prayers, be careful, because he answers even more than what we pray for. I don't make a habit of praying for myself. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. So I had some wonderful prayers answered, and even more than I even prayed for. So, and I started bawling, and then I was able to witness to the nurses because they didn't understand why I was crying. And my mother, I will never forget the look on her face. She just grinned and beat 60, and one of the nurses looked at her and said, "Why is she crying? And did she get bad news?" And my mom said, "No, she's crying because she's happy." She always cries when she's happy. So So God answers my prayers. And he's answered a lot of prayers on here too. Prayers that people ask for. So don't be hesitating to ask for prayers if you need them. And it don't have anything to do with me. It's got to do with him and just asking. I hate spell check too. What did I miss? Oxalic acid. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. What the Ramola? It's a mite. It's called Ramola. Ramolite. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Verolamite. Yes, verolamite. I don't know why I can't pronounce that properly. Verolamites can literally kill a hive. So that's one of the reasons why I want my bees to clean each other up. And I've had a lot of people say that it's the most natural way to do it. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Snails and Garden. I can't remember what your first name is. I'm so bad with names. If I don't say it all the time, I'll forget it. The verse that states what you were talking about is Ephesians 3:20. Now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than all that we ask or think, according to the power of his work within us. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and pray, guys. I haven't seen anything up there of anybody asking for prayers. I am going to pray for Roy's health. I know he's been struggling, and it's hard on him harvesting all that honey. It's very, very hard on his hands and stuff. So the powdered sugar is to see if your bees have them. Well, what I've seen with one of my fellas that in our group at the bee club, he said that, and I seen this on a video too, and it kind of makes sense when they cleaning each other up to get that off. They get rid of the verolamites too. I love bees too. I think they are the most. When I was a little kid, my mother and father had bees. My biological father. So I had bees in my life until I was probably about 5 years old, 6 years old. I think I was 6 when they divorced. And I was never afraid of them. When they would get in the car, I'd put my finger out and let them crawl all over me and everything. Never got stung. Never ever had any stings as a kid. It's Carrie. That's right. Why didn't I remember that? Mango Carrie. I know I have to put names with certain things. Um, so, where was I going with that? Oh, so anyways, I would pick them up. They'd get in our car and stuff like that, and I'd pick them up and let them outside because my sisters was scared of them. So I never really got stung by a bee. I never knew whether I was allergic to them or not, which I'm not. I mean, I do swell if they're left alone and not done anything to them. Um, but I got attacked really bad one time when I was a kid from wasps, and I knew I was allergic to them, which is really weird that I'd be allergic to a bee and not a wasp. I mean, I'd be allergic to a wasp and not a bee, which I don't know. But I've never been stung by a yellow jacket, so I don't know if I'm allergic to them either. So, anyways, honeybees are my friend, even though I get stung by them. Now, I don't see how they help people with arthritis and stuff like that. I'd rather my girl stay alive than sting me. So, my girlfriend, Connie, tried bee stings for her MS, but she had MS all over, so she didn't have certain spots where it was worse than others. She was paralyzed from the neck down. 2 different species of insects, so their venom is different, most likely. Probably, I think that too. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and it's getting hard to talk a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the blessings that you bestow upon me every day, but especially the ones that you gave to me today. The lifting of my heart that, you know, I didn't need to concern myself with the things that are going on because you'd already taken care of them. I thank you for all that you do for me. I praise you and lift you up about all that you do for me. And I just thank you for all the miracles that you have been committing in our community, all the people that have been getting better. I pray for those people constantly and constantly worry about their health too. Miss Lily and Holland and Teresa and Patty and Patty's dad and just Kenny and Carrie and all the people that are going through things that need prayers, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you continue to bless everybody. I pray, Lord, that you just lift up Patty and let her estate be sold by a reputable company. Let her find one that's going to give her the best value for her money. And I know that you will send a good Christian people to her. So I'm asking you, Lord, send the right Christian company. Even if they're not a Christian company, make sure that they're a Christian so that they won't try to dupe her. Thank you, Lord, for that blessing. I'm asking that, and I'm believing that you're going to take care of that. And she don't need to worry about it no more, Lord. I thank you for lifting up all that you do, showing all the people the things that you are constantly and showing miracles across the board, Lord. Renee's grandson, Lord, was found terribly out of it. His sugar had dropped down to 46, and they didn't know if he was going to make it or not. And he had a terrible stroke, and he was just really bad off. And you pulled him through it, Lord. They said he had minutes, just minutes before he would never be able to come back from what happened to him. And you sent somebody there to find him and heal him, Lord. It's showing on on the answered prayers that I've seen today, and just thank you, Lord, and continue to lift him up, Lord. Thank you for healing Deborah and making her better, Lord. I continue to pray for the healing hands over Wilma, Lord. Thank you for making Linda's teeth better, Lord. You just work miracles all across all the people that I love, and in the prayers that are prayed out amongst our people. And Lord, I know that sometimes there comes a time when our loved ones are near the end, and we need to pray for those people who are in that predicament. Christy is always on my heart. She has such a tender heart for her sister and others all around her. She's constantly praying for other people and giving of herself, and I know this is such a hard time for going through hospice with her sister and all that there is entailed in it. I pray, Lord, that you lift her and Cindy up, and that you give them peace of mind and sweet spirit and peace in their heart, Lord. The same with Sherry. Thank you for bringing Jim home. Thank you for bringing her sister down here. Thank you that she's got help now with her dad. And I pray, Lord, that if it's time, that he'll go quickly and not be in a lot of pain, Lord. Thank you that you constantly bless us, Lord, and be there with me in the troubles and the heartache that I see my mom going through, what she's going through, and David going through what he's going through with his family, Lord. I lift them up and pray, Lord, that you bless them and heal them so that they don't have that emotional roller coaster that's coming up, Lord. Lord, please let me have strong, sweet spirit and peace about the roller coaster that I'm fixing to go on, or that I'm actually on, and just getting through it, Lord. Thank you that I'm able to spend as much time with my mom as I am. And I lift you up and praise you for all that you do for me, Lord. Continue to work your miracles in our lives, and let me show the way that you are doing that, so that I can bless you, Lord, and maybe strengthen the love that others have for you, or even maybe show somebody else that they have a way to have those same blessings, Lord. That you in their heart is all they need. I ask these things in your name, sweet Jesus. Amen. Let's see here. The sounds of a beehive makes me relax. I could fall asleep to bee sounds. Yes, they are pretty neat. And they make different sounds. I don't know if you know that, Carrie. They make a whole lot of different sounds. I've been stung by hundreds of yellow jackets. Not fun, I imagine. Yellow jackets are a lot more meaner than bees, I think. It doesn't help my arthritis. Oh, some people says it does, but I don't see where it ever helped me getting stung. The blue blouse looks really good on you, Kathy. It's my pajamas. Yep, they do hurt, I imagine, David. I've never been stung by one, though. It's her pajamas. Oh, she told you. David, you stop being a brat. It's Florida, Panhandle area. October 24th. Ah, cool. 12 to 7. I will definitely be there. It's a Sunday. I used to have them living in my shed with me, and they would crawl all over me when visitors come by. They would be so scared and confused. Also, I would be on the phone, and people would hear them in the background. Wow. Carrie, that's how I am around bees. The sound makes stress melt away. Yep, you should watch bee videos, Patty. Boy's got some good ones too. I made video of girls cleaning up the frames. Ah, I'll have to catch that. They have used the venom from yellow jackets to treat arthritis. A guy had a business here collecting hives of them and would sell it for that purpose. Love bees, Tinker's wife. Yellow jackets get real men mean when you run over them with a lawnmower. I prefer the live bees out in the garden. Sitting at the laptop gets old. Just saying. Yeah, I imagine. I love when they're pollinating my flowers and I'm over near them and I watch them. I could just sit and watch them and all kinds of stuff. All right, your belly's full. Tell me what you had for dinner. Love pollen paints. Yeah. I've never used pollen paint. I'm gonna have to check that out one of these days. Bob, you must have been hungry because you wolfed that food down. Whatever it was, it must have been that good that you just couldn't stop chewing. Chicken squares and peas. That sounds good. I am thinking about how I am going to start growing out some chicks again for us. I'm going to need some broilers, I think, pretty soon. I don't know how the freezers are. I'm going to have to go through all my freezers and clean them. I want to clean them down to two of the big freezers and close that little one off until I actually have to have it. Because I've got so much stuff strowed, I want to make sure that I got all my fruits and vegetables in one and all my meat in another one. We are preparing for a run of 100 plus degrees days here starting this week. Praying wildfire season doesn't be as horrible as it was last year. Yes, I've been praying for that too. You did mention that too, and I'm sorry I didn't put that on my prayer list. And I don't know about you guys that are believers and pray a lot like I do. When I'm watching live streams and people start talking about different things, even though they're not asking for prayer, I start praying for it because that's just what I do. I'm needing to go. Time to get up and move around. Have a good night. Thanks all for your prayers. You're welcome, Patty. Have a great night. I'm fixing to get off here too. I'm having a hard time swallowing. probably should be like snacking on a mint or something. I don't have any hard candy or anything. But I have been talking a lot, and I did have all those procedures today, so I should probably be careful. I meant to ask her about that, too. I've noticed that I will probably ask her about that whenever I go to her office if I remember it. I need to put that on my list. Singing through. That way I can put it in my phone and remember her to ask her on the appointment. But I do have a little difficulty when I'm singing now. It feels like something's pulling in there. Maybe that's where she did the stretch. I don't know. But anyways. Well, I'm going to go. My battery is dying. We will talk with y'all later. Have a great evening. Thanks for the prayers. Thank you, Roy. I'm sorry. I don't know if I got you in the prayers. I meant to. If I didn't, Lord, please take care of Roy and all this arthritis in his healing his body, Lord. Amen. Anyways, you guys have a great night. Thanks for all of you guys that came in. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the thumbs up. And I hope to see you on another live stream soon. Good night, everybody. Good night, honey.